Hello and welcome back to the wonderful world of technology. Today I would like to introduce you to Google Meet, Google Meet. And specifically I'm going to show you how to schedule virtual meetings and create or generate links. First I want to show you within Google Classroom, and then secondly I want to show you from within the Calendar app. The benefit of within the Google Classroom is that you have quick access to a single link that students and teachers can always access. This is great for preset times. For example, if your class always meets at 10 a.m. on Monday, then students, just like coming into a class room at a specific time, you don't remind them, they just do so. So then they can just come in and click on the link. This does not provide any invites, and this does not show up on any calendar. I will also show you how to take this link and post it within an announcement or an assignment. All right, so let's go over to our wonderful Google Classroom. So notice up here, Meet link. I already have this generated. If you do not in yours have this generated, let me show you again where that comes from. When you go up to the cog, which is where settings are, you can scroll down, and down here it says Meet. If you'd like to learn more about information, just click on that link there. You may, right here it would say generate meet link, and I've already selected that. And right now I've made it so it's not visible to students. So let me just show you real quick what that looks like from a student perspective. So teachers on the left here and student on the right here. Notice the student has no link available to them, and I do. So if I come over here as the teacher and I say yes, the students have access to that, and save that, then the student here will have access to that link at any time, just like I do as well. So notice that we both have the same link there. Why might we do that? Well, like I said, if you have a class that always meets at the same time, you can just have them always clicking on that when they come in on Monday at 10 a.m. Notice that you also have that option of adding the link, this exact same link, into your assignments or announcements. All you would have to do is right click on the link up here, copy the link address, then you can add it as an attachment or specifically a link. When you paste it in, you can add the link and it shows up here. So if I do add it as a post, it'll show up in the students as well, and then they can click on this link here or the link above. So that's fairly quick for generating the link, and that's the same link always, pretty much. Now let's say that you want to either have a math help session or you're going to meet with your colleagues tomorrow at some point, and you want to do so from Calendar. This is going to generate a unique link. You don't need to know anything about that, just press the button. It also sends invites, allows for responses, yes, no, maybe. And it does show up on a Google Calendar, but it does not show up on a classroom calendar. Okay, so let me come here as a teacher view. And I'm going to go to the waffle and see here calendar. Now if I'm just going to create something here, so say for example math help, and I'm going to set it for a particular time, you're welcome to change that time or say a repeat, etc. Now let me see, I'm going to add students to this meeting because they need math help. So, or if it were a teacher meeting, then just start adding teachers. But you can actually add your students from within this. So watch this. As I type in the word practice, Google Classroom Practice shows up. So I'm going to add not the icon with the door, but the icon with the people, and click on that. This one down here says the teachers. So if you wanted to have a teacher, you could add those. But notice here when I click on this, I have the option to expand just to see all the members. And so the only member is this student here. And the benefit of this is that once you expand it, you can actually nix out and uninvite or not invite some students, or you can make it optional. So this student, it's optional for them to attend the math help, but this student is required to. Notice that the Meet link is already generated. It's different than the other, the classroom link. So if you do save this, it's going to show up in my personal calendar And let me come over to the student view and see what that looks like. So here I am, a student, and it does show up right here. It says, oh, look, you've been invited to math help. So a student can click in the email. They can respond yes, no, or maybe. And they can also, from the email, go ahead and click the link. Now, if I'm going to say yes to that as the student here. And notice in my calendar, as a student, it also shows up math help right there. And this is the color that I've selected as a student. And of course, I can change the colors over here if I wanted to. Now, in the link here, when I click the information in the calendar, notice I can just join it from within. So, I've shown you how to generate a link from within Google Classroom, but also how to send invites and from Calendar. Now, I do want to show one last thing about where this shows up. It does show up, like I mentioned here, it shows up in a personal calendar, the Google Calendar. But where it does not show up in the Google Classroom calendar. Notice here, the only thing that shows up in the Google Classroom calendar is not meetings, but due dates on assignments. So that's what's showing up for Friday, is this assignment that's due at 2:15. So this Google Classroom calendar does not show meeting times, only due dates, kind of like a to-do list, what students need to get done before this scheduled thing. So just wanted to show you that aspect and how to create and generate meeting links. Hope you find that helpful.